Alright, so this is Kikoabi.
Yes. Kikoabi is memories from the seashore.
So how far have you
You want me to go up to F1.
and listen to until where?
You have me listen to about right, let's say, end of the page right there.
Can we start at the cantabile and go from there?
Yes, definitely. Right. Transition. Sorry.
Once again, watch your notes. F D.
FD.
Be careful here, you are jumping ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me, what is the relationship between the top and the bottom parts?
The top is continuous with playing a major sixth and keeping the tonic in one of the sticks.
But what is the musical function of the top line?
It's the bottom playing melody, and this is just harmony with it, right?
Well, at this tempo it looks like, but once you play a tempo which is going to be much faster,
Yes.
actually the top is going to have more of the melodic profile, as if you were sustaining, those notes.
Okay.
So those repeated notes are actually there, to sustain the duration of those notes. Try a little bit faster, just for you to get the feel of what's going to be. That's going to be more like a walking bass line, and even faster. Try just to get it. Right. So.
Oh, cool. So, okay, that's like more of a chorale kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of a singing line, because we cannot sustain, right?
Right.
Like a woodwind player would. Then we have to rearticulate those notes. But you gotta have this sense. The composer even puts the phrase line there, so that you think of these as very long phrases.
Okay.
So yeah, I know it's kind of hard to feel that when you're
That's
playing
so
at
slow.
that tempo, but I do want you to practice slowly,
Right.
so that you are really learning the notes
Definitely.
correctly. And don't forget that you can adjust the balance of the voices, so that when you change notes in the right hand, you are keeping track of that melodic note. So let's go from there once again and play perhaps the right hand a little bit louder, so that you are thinking of the singing line.
Okay.
D, D.
That one.
the same thing, and now sing that top line to force you to hear the melodic voice.
Okay.
So even though the temptation, of course, is to change the vocal line at the same time where you are playing, in reality, you are imagining that line happening on the downbeats, right? It's just that you cannot do that. You're going to be playing, hands alternating so fast that you cannot play that top line at the same time you're playing the bottom line. So you can sing those changes on the downbeats, okay, to make it a little bit easier, and that's going to be going to make more sense as a moving melodic line. One more time.
Sing again?
Yeah, try once again. Okay, keep going.
Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Oh, no, down to C, up to C.
Okay, so let me just hear, roll the right hand notes. It goes back to CA one more time.
I'm sorry.
Again, same idea. A, G, A, right?
Right.
And then D, F, E, F. So it goes up, down, up.
Okay. Oh, wrong way.
Where are you?
Starting this measure.
Oh, okay. Simple line. What is going to make it this difficult?
Doing a one-handed roll and having the moving line below.
No, when you play as written.
Having the moving line below.
Yeah, how the tempo, right, is going to make this very difficult because that bass line moves quite rapidly. Why you have to create this idea of a long sustaining line in the right hand. All right. How far did you go into
that from all that?
Okay. So let's just finish from here.
Okay.
Where are you going? Are you going?
Sorry, right there.
Right
Right,
here,
right here.
C.
Sorry. My bad. Okay.
No, there's no F. You skip the F at the time.
Yeah.
E.
Right. Okay. Here's it. Sorry. A.
Good. Now let's do the reverse. Let me have you sing the bass line, the moving line, once we get to the C. Because you also want to follow that
Definitely.
shape, right? That line.
Okay. So.
That's okay. Once again, yeah, F, C, F. Okay, you didn't go all the way to the F. You only went up to the E there.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So make sure that you're also, singing those lines and thinking about, how their harmony is moving. What's happening from that low C up to where we stopped?
It's moving by half steps, right? Right, to different alterations.
If you're thinking about chords, what were the chords of that?
Well, the chords, it was C major, C major, and then it went up to a minor scale, right? Because it'd be A C, and it doesn't ever do a C sharp.
Oh, there's no C sharp, but look at the lower notes.
That could be also an F major scale. True.
It is F major.
And then it goes to E major. I know that one for sure.
Okay.
Right. And then it goes to an A minor.
Right.
Then it's and then it does B flat major.
Right.
Except for some reason it doesn't let me like the B flat.
Where?
Right there. There's no E flat there. Anything else?
Well, but if you think about F major, which you have gotten through right
Sure.
here, right? That's part of the of the progression. So C major, F major, and E major, right?
Right.
And then
A minor.
A minor, and then B flat major. So the fact that this F line doesn't have a B flat means that, you know, C major is still very strong,
Okay.
even though we move far away through E major there, but you quickly return to the relative minor, A minor,
Okay.
which is closely associated with C major, right?
Okay.
So, be thinking, listening, and make sure that you are really paying attention to what you are doing when you practice.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we finish these 2 lines. So that was part of your assignment.
Yes.
Go slower, slower.
Okay, sorry.
No, read. You skip an octave there. The right hand goes down, right
It goes to the essence on B. So it goes. It goes back to A. It goes.
like that.
It goes E octaves.
All right. Why did you write here a D?
Because it's rather than going down to the E on the E major E major arpeggio, it started on the B.
Okay, but I thought you were writing down chords. It seems like most of what you wrote down were chords, and there B is not the right chord.
B
What
is
is
not
the
right.
right chord?
It's an E 6/4 chord.
Okay, so you need to correct that.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that last line just to finish it.
That last line.
Yeah, the fermata line.
Oh.
Okay, tell me how this is interesting you from this to this to this.
I mean, it's following an A major. It's following an A major scale. It starts on A, and it goes A, E, A, B, C, and then it makes A. Oh, sorry. A minor scale of the A minor triad right here.
Yeah, that's the chord of the first bar and the second.
Okay.
And
And
then
then it does an E major. It follows E major by going. It almost has like a 7 chord here.
but if it is E major, why did you play C natural and D natural?
Why did I play C natural and D? It's probably A minor then, isn't it?
Then if you have E, F sharp, G sharp, A,
Well, right there it goes to E major. It seems like.
briefly, right? But in
Yeah.
the middle of the bar, it changes, right? Because
Right.
you no longer have C sharp and D sharp.
Right. I'm not exactly sure what I'd write down for that chord because also It's on it's like a 7 chord right here, like I said. It's
Right, and then the one of the fermata is
that's the E major.
which is the dominant
That's the dominant of A.
of A minor, right?
Okay.
So it's curious. This is curious because for a moment she plays with this idea of it's both half of the bar
Major.
is E major and half of the bar is what?
It looks like E minor.
Like melodic minor, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Right?
Right.
So it's a little detail that is good to keep track of because it hasn't happened before in the piece.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. How about some drum set?
Definitely. Let's go for it.